The relation tree shows all the direct ancestors to the start person at once. You can move it with a mouse, like this, and you can zoom with the buttons in the bottom of the screen, or with the scroll wheel of the mouse. The more you zoom in, the more person symbols open from points to more detailed icons. The default setting is to keep icons from overlapping, so for some individuals in the tree you need to get fairly close before they open up. So different parts of the tree will open at different zoom levels. When you press a person symbol, you will see a kind of highlight. Several buttons, I will show them in a second, and new symbols representing siblings next to the person. In the timeline on the left side, you will see life events that you have registered for the person. The buttons attached to the person are for adding new relations here, editing her here, opening the personal info window there, and displaying a pedigree chart starting from this person. Click the info button to open the personal info window. Here is basic info such as name, dates of birth and death, age along with an age circle, possible symbols for life circumstances that you have added to the person, and a timeline with more details than in the one on the left side of the screen. Also, have a look at the minimap. When you open a personal info window, a point appears on the map which zooms in to display the place of birth. That is, if you have registered it and have geocoded your places. In the timeline, there's buttons to let the map zoom to the respective place for each event. Like this. You can also click the event chain button to animate the life events. If you have registered sources for an event, there will be a button for that, so you can read your source. The same thing about note. If you have registered a note, there will be a button for that as well. I'm changing the person. There may be more tabs in the window, depending on what you have added and what info we have to attach to the person. If you have saved any images for the person, there is an image tab where you quickly get an overview and can open up the image in full screen. Let's go back to the tree. We are looking at what we call the schematic view. You see that expressed in the bottom menu here. There is also a timeline view that synchronizes the tree to the timeline. In the main menu, you find the tree tools. Here are the buttons to choose tree views. When you press it, the tree changes its appearance. Now the persons are synchronized to their year of birth. When you move the tree, the timeline moves with it. And the same thing with zooming. Both the tree and the timeline zooms in. In this view, you will see age differences between relations. Here is an example of a fairly large age difference between a man and a wife. This way, you get a different insight in the relations of your ancestors. It is also excellent to visualize errors, like this one, where I apparently have stated a very strange birth year for this person. I can change that as soon as I see it. You toggle between these views easily in the tree menu. You can also change the ancestor chart to a pedigree chart. When you click a person you want as your first ancestor and then the pedigree chart button. The tree is created and you will see this individual and all her descendants. In the bottom menu, you will always have quick access to tools and buttons for the tree, zooming, info and such. There's a button here where you always get back to your defined start person. This was an overview of the relation tree. Try it out and go explore. Since we can show all your direct ancestors at once, it will probably feel a little different to what you are used to, but even the more fun.